A special edition of Mags on Media this week. We're coming to you from the headquarters of TBWA in Sandton here in Johannesburg in conversation with Reg Lascaris, the famous ad man, about his new book, Lessons from the Boot of a Car. Reg, tell us about Wet Willie.
Wet Willie was, we were doing a pitch for Willard's Chips. And we wanted to do something modern, electronic, and different.
Can you feel the disappointment with all our viewers? They thought it was something else.
Something else. But something like that happened later, as you'll see. And we'd heard that 702 had found this, had this magical little robot called Willie. And we thought, hey, that's great. We'll brand him Willie Willard, and we'll use him in the pitch, and we'll go and fetch him. And they were good enough. There was a lady called Rena Brumberg there at the time who said, sure, you can use Willie. And off we went, and we programmed Willie to sing a song, a jingle that we'd written. And Willie was in the back of a van going to the presentation, and it rained. So the great reveal came, Willie came along, and we said to the client, now we got something special for you. Meet Willie Willard.
Just short of a drum roll, that's all you need.
Press the button, and Willie sounded drunk because he'd been electrocuted. And the whole thing was a total mess. They looked at us, we were mad, and we didn't get the business.
I was going to say, did you get we didn't get the business. No. But there was a lesson there. What was the lesson?
The lesson is...
don't use electronic robots in the rain.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the international tie-up with the TBWA. It's the global partner. How did you find them? It was literally looking through a list of potential global partners.
Correct. Middle of the apartheid years, deep in the dark times, we needed some kind of link because we needed some kind of credibility. So we wrote to 5 or 6 or 7 agencies. One was TBWA. No one came back to us, or the odd one came, wrote a note saying, sorry,
dear Reg, no thanks.
No thanks. Except for one guy, a guy called Bill Tragos, who started TBWA. We had this strange notion that he and I were cousins, because his grandmother was a Lascaris, and of course I wasn't going to argue. Oh, Cousin Bill, I wrote.
Cousin Bill. Welcome to my home,
right.
Yes.
So he said, come and see us. So John and I flew over. We thought, how do we present ourselves? So we made a movie out of BBC footage of all the bad things that were happening in South Africa, and thought, let's start with something really bad. And we shocked them, we shocked these people, we presented to the whole board. And they said, you come with this footage and you wanted us to do a tie-up. We said, yes, because this is what's happening now. But the future is going to be very, very different. It's going to be a fantastic place. And we had a fantastic meeting, and in the end we showed them some work, and they said, if you're still going in 6 months' time, we'll do a tie-up.
Beating the Benz and the Mouse. Those are 2 ads effectively that put this agency on the map. Defined your reputation. Why?
Well, the Mouse is an interesting story because we hadn't been given the whole BMW account. They were testing us, and they said, do us a print ad for power steering. We're introducing power steering on the 3 Series. And the guys all sat around and came up with this amazing idea of running a mouse on a steering wheel, show how easy the steering wheel turns. Well, we went back to the client and said, I know you briefed us for a print ad, a 1/4-page print ad, but we've got a great idea. You know, this business is not about brave agencies, it's about brave clients. The client took one look at this thing and smiled and said, okay, how much more money do you need? Go and make the commercial.
Beating the Benz?
Beating the Benz was it resulted out of the whole comparative advertising debate, how we, and Mercedes had just done their car falling off the cliff.
Chapman's Peak.
Chapman's Peak, exactly. And we thought it'd be a great time to do a comparative ad, because we could do it without saying Benz meaning Benz, but Benz meaning Benz. And of course it caused all sorts of a hoo-ha here and there, and the ad was bad.
Which is exactly what you wanted.
Oh yeah, we ran it over the weekend, so they couldn't pull it out over the weekend. We got so much publicity out of that thing.
Doesn't it make sense to drive a luxury sedan that beats the Benz?
The lesson from this, particularly Beating the Benz, again, back to the book, is watch the competition.
Well, I think you've got to be paranoid in this business, right? Because as soon as you relax, there's so much hot competition out of there. So I think we've learned to be paranoid about everything we do, and paranoid about what our clients' competitors are doing. And when we saw that Mercedes-Benz ad, we thought, here is a great opportunity. And we took the ad to BMW.
And have the courage to go for it.
Yeah.
We've been speaking about great work. We haven't even reflected on Nando's, which is also something that has driven the ethos of this agency. Often people say, give me a Nando's campaign,
right.
Which is, as I say, has recharted the course. You've done all this great work, yet this agency has also lost clients.
Yeah.
BMW is no longer here.
No.
Nando's is no longer here.
Watch this space.
Why do agencies lose business?
Agencies lose business. We lost a lot of business. We got very arrogant. And let me tell you, hubris is a terrible thing because we thought we were invincible, and of course we weren't. There was a lot of really good competition coming up, and we took our eye off the ball. I think also clients get tired of you sometimes because you think you're such a big deal. So BMW was a different story because worldwide we got Nissan, and we had to take on Nissan here as part of the international thing. We tried very hard to keep both. We did for a while. So yeah, don't let it go to your head because you'll lose it. And that's what happened to us.
Lesson number 103.
Correct.
See, in this conversation, we are co-writing a new book here.
Yeah. What are we writing? Lessons from the back seat of a car.
This is a special edition of Mags on Media. We're coming to you from the headquarters of TBWA Hunt Lascaris in Sandton here in Johannesburg. Ad man Reg Lascaris with me, talking about his new book, Lessons from the Boot of a Car. More to come in just a moment.
News that moves. ENCA.com.